All right, what's going on, you guys? Nick here with Nick Strength and Power. So I've been making a lot of videos recently about controversial Olympias, and these Olympias are particularly old Olympias from the 70s and 80s, and I haven't really made a whole lot of videos about more recent Olympia competitions that could be considered controversial. So I wanted to make a video about the 2007 Mr. Olympia, which a lot of people think was a very controversial Olympia decision. Now, in 2007, this would be the year that Jay Cutler would defend his title for the first time and win his second Mr. Olympia competition. The 2007 Mr. Olympia competition is also noteworthy because this was the year that Ronnie Coleman announced his retirement. Now, the reason that 2007 was controversial is because a lot of people think that Victor Martinez should have won that year's Mr. Olympia. Jay Cutler had tried to come in pretty big, and he kind of suffered by doing so. He came in around 259 pounds, but at the same time, despite being so big, he still managed to somehow look pretty flat in comparison to Victor Martinez, who weighed in at 250 pounds, almost 10 pounds lighter, but looked significantly bigger than Jay because he was so full and round. Now, a lot of people will say that this was Victor Martinez's best year ever in terms of conditioning, size, and just sheer proportions that he brought to that year's Olympia. They think that 2007 was the best Victor Martinez that the bodybuilding stage has ever seen, and Victor Martinez has said that himself. So also that year, Victor Martinez had a lot of momentum behind him because he was coming off of a win at the 2007 Arnold Classic, so obviously he had a lot of steam behind him. And the year prior, in 2006, Victor had took third place at the Olympia competition. Now, some of the problems that Jay was having, obviously you can see from these photos, he was looking kind of blocky, he was looking flat, his waist was looking very large. His front double bicep was a very weak shot for him that year, especially when standing next to Victor. It really brought out some of Jay's flaws, including the lack of separation in the biceps and really exposing how wide and blocky his waist was that year. So obviously I'm a massive fan of Jay Cutler, just like everybody else is, but this year and the following year he was pretty off, and a lot of people would agree that he probably didn't fix that problem for 2008 because he lost the 2008 Olympia to Dexter Jackson, despite winning in 2007 and then coming back to win in 2009. So between 2007 and 2008, something was obviously not going right with either his diet, his training, his cycle. Something was not going right and sitting well with his body, and that was causing his physique to look a little bit off during that period of time. But despite the off look of his physique, he managed to pull out the win in the 2007 Mr. Olympia competition. So he won prejudging by just 2 points, and the final score was a score of 6 compared to Victor Martinez's score of 9. So in bodybuilding, the lower score is the winning score. So he won by about 3 points. So here were the final placings for the 2007 Mr. Olympia. Jay Cutler was in first place. Victor Martinez was in second. Dexter Jackson was in third, and again, Dexter would win the following year. Ronnie Coleman was in fourth. Dennis Wolf was in fifth, and Melvin Anthony was in sixth place that year. So again, a lot of people had Victor Martinez winning that year's Olympia. Guys like Flex Wheeler, Dave Palumbo, even Ronnie Coleman himself thought that he said that he thought that Victor deserved to win in 2007. So a lot of the biggest voices in the bodybuilding industry all kind of came to the same conclusion that Victor could have, deservedly won that show, and they thought it was a very controversial decision that they gave it to Jay. And honestly, in my opinion, I would have had Victor winning that show. Again, I'm a huge fan of Jay Cutler, but honestly, we got to call it like we see it. In 2007, I would have had Victor winning. So let me know in the comment section below what you guys think. Did you have Victor winning the show? Did you have Jay winning the show? And if not, why? Please give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Nick Strength and Power, signing out.